All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Nisarg here from Datamites. And we have Bhavya today in Alumni Talk. So, good afternoon, Bhavya, to you.
Good afternoon, Nisha.
Uh, Thank you, Bhavya, so much for joining in. And let me have a brief introduction that I know about you that you work as an AI engineer for Tecnicas Reunidas as an Gen AI engineer. Am I right?
Yes,
Thank you so much, Bhavya, once again. Bhavya, we would like to have your introduction by yourself. Um can you turn on the camera?
yeah. You cannot start your video because the host has disabled it.
All right. You can just do it now.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Bhavya.
yeah. So myself, Bhaya Ranjan, I am born and brought up in Jharkhand, and I did study in as a mechanical engineer. Then after I did as a MBA in finance from Loyola College, Chennai, and I had work experience of approximately 12 years in supply chain management. Then after I decided to move on to this new technology, uh, machine learning and data science, which was upcoming field on that time. So I joined Datamites for my career transition,
Okay.
and during that transition, I learned a lot of things regarding data science and new technologies, new programming language, and this is
That
for my.
that's
And then after I got placement service from the Datamites, and I got placement in the Tecnicas Unidad.
right. That's absolutely wonderful. The more wonderful thing is that you've been working in like 12 years in supply demand chain kind of thing, and then you retransform yourself into the field of AI and data science. That's actually one of the most inspirational thing that one can simply take it from you. We are really, really very, very impressed by the thing is. So, how exactly did you change from the supply demand chain into the field of AI and
Means
data science?
I did not get to high. Can you explain your question? Hello, hello. Is there connection? Is on?
Yes, I had an internet connection. Sorry for interruption.
Oh,
So.
can you explain your question so I can?
Yeah, sure, sure. So I simply said that it's actually very inspirational that being in 12 years in a supply demand chain and then eventually transforming yourself to be an AI engineer. So one very generic question that how exactly you molded yourself into the field of AI and a kind of difficulty that you faced in transitioning yourself into the field of AI.
Yeah, as since I was a mechanical engineer, I had no computer engineering background. So learning new programming language is what it was challenging for me, and it was this is one point where I was lagging. So it required practice. Then after doing 2 months of practice, and you can be able to programming like other engineers, programming engineers, and by also the more you will practice, more you will be better in any area. The same thing also applies here in this area in programming language. And then after once programming language, you will understand then new the data science, new technologies are coming, so it is new for you also, and the since it is coming very new, so it is also new for other guys who are
Correct.
more experienced than you. So you have to understand the situation and you have to act promptly. So you will be able to perform better than others.
Absolutely correct. Um, this is actually one thing that you have to put your own time into the studies, into the new technology or whatever it is coming, because it's probably new for everything. So you have got the upper hand to if you just do some good work, you can just overwhelm the situation and go on top of it. That's actually that I also think the same. So, can you just give on an overview of the project that you are currently in?
I am handling I'm working on many applications, company product application, like regarding
Hmm.
demand forecasting and time series forecasting. Few projects I work, and deep learning projects. When I did it, then after I did it for, it's like on that time Llama 2 was coming by Facebook. Llama 2 uh, model was generated on that project I was working on, and regarding creating my own chatbot, uh, uh, like what currently what chat GPT is doing currently. So same that project also I did it, and then after I prepared some applications for the company's different department, like mm, financial modeling and the supply chain model. All those things I did it for company. So this type of model I created using the new generative AI model is coming on the support of those generative AI model, and on the back end support Python programming was there. So this is the few assignment I did it in my company.
All right. So any specific architecture of AI system that you have developed in your company?
Yes, one this one chatbot I created using one Vicuna model is coming. So we're using the Vicuna model is the generative AI model, which is like Chat GPT Turbo
Mm-hmm.
3.5 model, and
Mm-hmm.
it is stored like 7 billion parameter, 21 billion parameter, 70 billion parameter. 70 means it means just this much amount of information is stored in that model. So we can pass only any prompt in a simple NLP model, NLP language, and it will
Mm-hmm.
return the your question answer on the basis of your understanding language. So and for that I used this on backend Python, this generative AI model, Vicuna generative AI model, and for the front end also I learned HTML, CSS, JS for the create, and the for database I learned used SQL. So this type of architecture I did it uh, uh, for my company, and these are the tools which I used for that creating application.
All right. So any specific preprocessor was required for your that chatbot that you have created, that when we say something, it get preprocessed into a tokenized form, or let's say some sort of vectorized form. So any preprocessor, any specific to it?
For currently, real for such type of heavy, these are the heavy models. So
Mm-hmm.
it will not run very easily on your normal system like CPU. It require high
Correct.
quality of GPU model. So these models have some limitation to generate the tokens. But nowadays models are improving themselves, and they are generating more token than previously. So but if you have better GPU, and then this model will also give you good result. But still OpenAI models are
Okay.
much better than these Llama and Vicuna model in terms of accuracy, speed, all those things.
All right. One very common thing that comes in the mind, that what are the biggest challenge you face during the project?
Every time new programming language requires as per the assignment or application. Uh, Sometimes you need different type of for like for backend it is okay you are using Python every time, but but in creating the new architecture, new application, you need to know many other knowledge like let then after HTML, CSS, Java. These are the common thing. HTML, CSS, JS is required because it will
Hmm.
help you to create any type of web app. But other applications are other programming language is also required for developing your application. So for front end, many new applications, new programming language is coming. That is the challenging part because every time new thing you need to learn.
Correct. That's actually something which is very, very essential as well. So, for your model or the project that you are dealing with, what kind of data did you use to train your models, basically?
These generative AI models is already trained model. Okay,
Oh, so it's
Vicuna,
like
Llama
a
2.
more like a transfer learning. Okay, okay. So already being
Yeah,
trained over a large set of data and use it for your own
yeah,
purpose.
yes.
That's correct.
Or the another matter is that some before Vicuna or Llama 2, some other GPT-2, GPT-4 model was coming. In those model, you can uh, 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 store the large amount of documents in PDF, docs, PPT, Excel in a vector store method using
Mhm.
vector store, and you can store in that model. And after that, same thing, Vicuna, Llama 2, and the other ChatGPT model is doing same thing. You can store the information by using vector store, and then you can retrieve your uh, data as per your requirement. This is another method, but it is 1 year back we have left that method because new models are better performing better than this approach.
Correct. Um, One of the very common thing that happens in large language model that, of course, they are very well trained in terms of doing any kind of prediction, but we require to have a pre-processing of the data. That is also very, very important. And of
Yes.
course, in some of the cases, we do data augmentation as well. So how did you handle your data pre-processing and augmentation? Means when you are doing it, what kind of thing is there in your mind while doing pre-processing and augmentation?
Pre-processing of the input data, you need to store in a the format which models support. Like I said, on that time, bias was one method. A vector store is the was the another method. Many methods was there to store your data, and means pre-processing the data and storing the model and do the your questioning, answering, and whatever task you want to perform. What
Mm,
currently chat gpt is also doing currently same approach. They are whatever documents you provide them, model study that information, process them, and then send the reply to you.
okay, good. Nice to know about it actually. And what are the real world applications of your project? Where who is their end customer basically using this?
My company is our all application is only for our company. We are not creating any other application for any user because we are not service company. So
Okay,
we are our user department and our internal departments is our main client.
okay, okay. That's good to know actually. So one more question that how do you manage to have a collaboration with your within your own team members in any project that you have done?
In our team member, uh, very talented team is there, and everybody is very cooperative and understand. And their understanding between us is very good. So whenever we require help, so someone is good in some new technology, because at the same time we are working on multiple technologies. Someone is working on the CSS, HTML. Someone is working on Plate something. Someone is working for the Docker. Someone is good in Docker. Then the guy who's new in the Docker, they can take help from the other team member. Then it makes our application and time due time lesser than what we can learn individual, and if we go for any course. So such type of approach we follow to uh, improve our application and also reduce the time.
Correct. That is correct. One of the questions with Gen AI, which is very generally coming, is about the ethical consideration. People often say that, data is, getting leaked, whatever we think that it's private, but it's not private. What's your take on it? Since you have been working with large amount of text data, you're getting some data from somewhere. So how about how do you address this ethical concern related to generative AI in your project?
Yes, this is. I faced this situation 2 3 times in my project. So yeah, but nowadays such Chat GPT and the OpenAI, they are thinking to fix this issue, and
Mhm.
so I hope this issue will fix soon. No unethical practice can be done by the any model, and at the same time, I can say that it is both side we should be aware the model they are creating and the user they are going to use that model both need to be aware to be so it cannot be used wrongly by anyone.
Correct. This is like something that we all being facing. That's why, and this question is being asked to me all the time as well. And one more question that being myself a mentor, I get all this question that what kind of future development we can expect in the field of generative AI, or I can say in your terms, what future development or improvement do you envision for your project?
In future we can say it will where whatever human mind can think and can process and can achieve same thing I think in next 5 to 10 years it will AI will able to achieve at least 70 to 90%.
That's a big number. 70 to
Yeah,
90%. Hmm.
yeah, between 70 to because uh, it it is a higher chance that it is performing much better than what human mind is performing because in terms of speed, in terms of accuracy. So in many cases you can say it is surpassing human mind.
That is
In
correct.
many which is we can say that it not acceptable but it is true in terms of accuracy and the time it is surpassing already human mind and also it is processing huge number of data by so easily and uh, in a few minutes which human mind can never. So if you are saying 70 to 90%, it is I think it is so in many cases you can go more than 100%.
More than 100, correct. I too feel the exact same thing. And we have seen this thing as well. I mean, it all started like a few years back, and from few years, we are here. Few years back, it was like, okay, it's doing the job, but not a really good job. But you can see right now, it's actually giving more proper result as compared to any human being. So I am very mesmerized that what's going to happen in the upcoming years as well. It's gonna have more impact in terms of service, in terms of understanding, and many more aspects. So, what advice would you give to the students who are interested in working in the Gen AI projects?
My at one time once upon a time I was in same position what current
Hmm.
uh, students are facing. I will tell just read and practice new programming important programming language like Python and for the for backend maximum in our case currently I'm maximum we are using front end but in Gen AI use learn proper this Python properly update with the new technologies coming apply and test it because what you read and when you practice both are it has gap so only studying and reading will not make you as a good programmer or good generative AI expert. So study practice and check what you thought and what is coming in the truly in your system. So what will happen? Your accuracy will increase slowly, because it takes time to come to the perfection. So I am
That's
same, that is same what I am practicing now. So and also I will tell ki future is very bright for the in data science for the now also, and because 2 3 years back generative AI was not there when I was learning data science in Datamites. So I was learning regression, classification, time series forecasting, deep learning, classification. So like, but after 1 or 2 years new technology came and generative AI. Now we are totally shift to the analytics part to the generative AI. It is high chance you some new technology will come. Then on that time your demand will be much better than any other people. But if you think you have uh, lost something, so always update with yourself with new technology. And luck always favors brave people. So be
correct.
courageous.
True. Valid point. All right. So we talked about that. Anyways, we spoke about that um, the machine are going to have a very high performance as compared to human, just generative AI models. So what performance metrics did you use in your AI models for evaluation purpose?
On that time, I same what on in starting classification I was used that uh, I I don't remember because 2 3 years back it was there.
F1 score, precision,
Uh,
recall, and all sort of
yeah,
things.
yeah, precision, F score, all those was there. And also I in real life today also I'm using this thing that graph, what is true, false, false, true, true, true. And so, but in currently in practically in the coding and the this an office purpose, currently we are not using this type of diagram and accuracy level because we don't have requirement
Correct.
currently. So
Hmm.
so the I so I but in real life it is a very good thing to learn that F score, Z score, true, false, false, true. It will help you. This thing anyone should must know, because before learning data mites I was not aware about this that classification method. But after I knew and I applied in my real life also, not in my job, but it helped me a lot. This method.
Correct. Um, Nice to know, actually. So, uh, like since you said that this your project is not, of course, the service based. Whatever you're doing is for the company itself. Whatever chatbots or what you're making. Have you ever faced any scalability issue? Like you make something and it is working very properly in your laptop, but when you want to scale it to the whole company, it is having a challenge for you. Did you face it anytime?
Yeah, in starting we faced, but we have very good some team members and the one to experienced person who are good in networking and the one is in a house multiple system single network.
Bhavya, I think there's some
So
connectivity issue.
now it has, hello.
Yes, Bhavya. No, it's all right. I
Yeah, yeah,
think there was a
y-
connectivity issue.
yes,
I
yes,
don't know
yes.
from which end it was. All right. So I got to know what you were trying to say. That initially you had the scalability issue, but since you have a set of people who is actually working, good advanced people, they had just made it. But who are those people who had made this scalability thing get possible?
They are the actually good are in networking. How
Oh, that
we can networking between the how company main server to it is actually IT team. Okay, IT team means information technology team who run the
can
entire
I say
organization. Yeah, it is not by any data science engineer.
can I say them to be an infra team, one who
Yes,
handles the.
yes, you can.
All right. So you are giving the credit to the infra team for your scale up thing that you make. That's
Yes.
good to know about it. Um, th- that's correct. Um, one more thing that you might have heard being a data scientist or when you were learning data science that you need to have a collaboration. Did you have any collaboration with the experts from any other disciplines rather than data scientists or AI people for make your work
Yeah,
go?
with IT team, we prepare our application and we give to them our application to deploy for the in the company. So
Hmm.
we are a IT infra team. We have collaboration. No other team or any user department also who are facing the any problem. So we can solve those problem by using our artificial intelligence applications. So such type of, but we don't have any collaboration type of thing like
Hmm.
they are doing any job for us. So it is not like this. We are fully our department is fully compatible for handle any situation or solving any application.
All right. Good. Then glad to know all these insights and aspect from you, Bhavya. And of course, we know that being an Gen AI engineer, it's very difficult to manage few of the time, some of the time from you and give it to us and explain about all these things that you have explained. Thank you so much, Bhavya, for your time over here. We have a few questions. They are sitting in Q&A. How can we be updated in this field? Good question. I like you to answer. How to get updated in this field?
Yeah, as already said, first your background should be strong. Like you should look good in the Python. Make your Python programming language good. If you are not, do daily practice. Once you are done with the Python, then take the some YouTube channel like one is prompt engineering channel is there in YouTube. You can subscribe that. In Datamites also they are updating the documents and the courses regularly. So also you can refer them and so by studying this thing and medium.com one is channel one Google in Google you can check medium.com. It is also a very good blog. Uh,
Hmm.
where you can find the new articles and what is happening new in the data science, generative AI in this field. So these three things is more than enough to at this time.
Good. Another question is that I have 1 year of experience in my mechanical graduate, having 1 year of experience. How can I learn all these things in easiest way? What is the easiest way?
Easiest way is only practice.
Only practice. Perfect. I have said this thing so many times that there is no shortcut. We have to invest time and we have to be focused about what we are learning. So, anyways, as what Bhavya has said already, that we have to be very good in terms of Python. So, learn parallelly everything. Have some reference of good YouTubers. There are a lot of materials which are available over the internet, correct?
Yes,
And which can we can segregate our own thing. We can know that what are more important things, segregate it in one place, learn one by one, and that's the most easiest thing that can be done, right?
yes.
Correct. So Khaja has a question. How does industry accept someone from core experience with over 15 years with transition to DSA? DSA.
Look, it yes. Suppose I have my company is a this EPC contractor company. EPC contractor engineering, P for procurement, C for construction. So,
Okay.
and in you know, as a, you know, some TCS, you know, Infosys, Accenture, Microsoft. These are the computer services company or uh, this uh, this company.
If,
Microsoft, you can to another is company what which supply the product based
mm,
company.
mm.
There is two type of service and the product, and but there is also third type of company which is not the service, not the product, but they are using the these type of tools. So if, since I was in mechanical engineer, MBA finance guy, then after I did long in supply chain, so I have the I know the practical problem within the industry which other guy doesn't understand. So it will also require helpful in the creating the applications, because I understand the inside the problem of the particular industry which you when you join the any service company, then also you there is a post like business analyst in the Infosys and TCS. They don't know any programming language or any computer language, but their role is to understand the business problem and the say to the computer programmer how to convert this problem into the coding. So such type of roles I also I get got, and also a person who is thinking they are in some other area of experience in another area. How will they will switch it? So
Mm,
they are. So if somewhere it is a problem, so then in some places it is an advantage. So you should look like this only.
mm. Okay, nice. Nikhil has a question. Do you use agents for things like web search and data analysis and metrics?
I have no idea about this.
Correct. Uh, all right. Do we have any more question? No questions from LinkedIn and YouTube. All right. I think that's all, Bhavya. Again, so much pleasure to meet you and interview you regarding your journey and what you are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nisha.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. It was actually very nice meeting with Bhavya, and we hope you have understood and you have gained a lot of insights from this particular interview that we have taken. Thank you so much, everyone.